What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I am still doing my 31 days of horror movie reviews. In fact, this is the end! Sadly, this is the end of my 31 days. Happy Halloween, everybody! I'm gonna end this with, well, I reviewed all the other Stepfather films. So I might as well review the Stepfather remake. This was a 2009 film that was directed by Nelson McCormick. It stars Dylan Walsh as David Harris. David Harris, at least that's the current name that he's going by. At the very beginning, you see that he has just killed his whole previous stepfamily. I'm talking kids, it's Christmas morning, he's having breakfast like it's no big deal, changing his look, shaving his beard, and now time to move on to a new state and a new name and a new family. Here we go again. This family, he marries, or he's about to marry, he's engaged to Susan, played by Stella Ward. Penn Bagley plays Michael. He comes back from military school, and he almost immediately realizes that there's something off about David, and he does his own investigating, his own digging, and yeah, clearly David is not who he seems to be. He's a serial killer. What I thought of The Stepfather is, I enjoy this movie. I do. I know it's the remake. I know some people are gonna say, how dare you like this remake? I didn't grow up on the original. Hell, I didn't see the original until very recently. I saw this remake first. So I remember watching this whenever it came out years and years ago and thinking to myself, wow, this is a really interesting premise, really creepy premise. It's messed up. Talk about coming from a kid that did come from a single mom family. Whenever she did date somebody or bring a guy to the house, you always thought, okay, I just on principle, I'm not going to trust this person. Just on face value, he's not your father, so fuck him. That's your first natural instinct. So to play off of that and twist it to where you're not being paranoid as the son, you're not being overdramatic. No, this guy, in fact, is a serial killer. I mean, I love that. I do. Sure, after watching the original, maybe I don't think that this is as, as innovative and as different as I did at the time, but I still enjoy things about it. This is the unrated director's cut, as you can see, so there's a little bit more blood and whatnot. There are certain scenes, like when Dylan Walsh, when he does kill people, there's 2 or 3 people in particular that I'm thinking of, when he kills them and strangles them. The camera does this extreme close-up on his face, and then the person's face, and I don't really know what the point or what the director was going for. If it was like a, hey, let's pretend like you're in the point of view of the person that he's killing. Let's do an angle where it looks like he's killing you. I don't know. It just comes off as a little weird. But other than that, I like the suspense that is built. Clearly, David Harris is trying to not get caught. And I don't know if he pre-plans the night when he does plan on killing this whole family. But when it does get to that point, when it does culminate to that, it's effective. It is. Other actors, Stella Ward plays Susan. Poor Stella Ward, first she gets killed as Harrison Ford's wife in The Fugitive, and now she can't even pick a good husband because he'll try to kill her and her kids. Penn Bagley, like I said, plays Michael. I really like him. I haven't seen the stuff that he was on, though, like Gossip Girl, and I know more recently he was on that show You. I'm very curious about that, but he just comes off as a very likable, relatable type dude, as normal as you can get, and he's clearly right, so we're on his side. We don't think he's being paranoid. We don't think he's being too much. Maybe you could argue that we don't need that scene at the beginning when Dylan Walsh does kill the whole family, or you see the aftermath of the murders, because maybe you want to create some doubt. Maybe you do want to wonder whether or not Michael Penn Bagley is overreacting, if he is just being too much. on the new guy. But of course, we know the truth. His girlfriend, Kelly, is played by Amber Heard. Yeah, it's a little weird, I'm not going to lie, to see Amber Heard in a film and not think that she's a horrible, horrible person. But more so, it's funny how clearly the director, or maybe some sleazy producer, wanted nothing but her to be in bikinis and bra panties and underwear. Like, there's barely any scene. Maybe the very end, last act, she has regular clothes on. But the whole movie, she's in bikinis. She's at the pool. She's in her room, on her bed, in panties. And it's like, okay, we get it. She's attractive, like, physically. But, come on. There's got to be something more, something else in this character. Other than she's going to disagree with Michael on almost every thought that he has about David. Some of the other tertiary characters, I guess you could say. Michael's younger sister is played by Skylar Samuels, who I was watching her. She only has a couple scenes. She's not like a big part. But there was one scene in particular where I was like, her face just looks familiar. I looked her up and I realized that, oh, she was in Scream Queens. And also The Gifted, that Fox X-Men-like TV show. Just, it's funny. I've seen her in so many things when she's older. She's very young here, but I thought that was pretty funny. Paige Turco plays the aunt. She's the one who gets David a job doing real estate, but then when it comes time to fill out some paperwork and get some background info on David, see you later, goodbye. So she's very hell-bent. She starts to become obsessed with figuring out, why is David like this? Why is he not willing to give information? This is the movie that, look, I'm not going to argue tooth and nail on it. I'm not going to say that it's the best horror movie ever. I'm not going to say that how dare you not like this movie, because I know there's going to be a lot of people who do not care for this movie, who aren't going to say that it's that great of a film. But all I can say is that I enjoyed it when it came out. Even after watching the originals and the sequels and going back to this, I still enjoyed it. I think it's a decent remake at best, and I can watch it as a thriller, time waster. I can enjoy the characters, I can enjoy the premise, I can enjoy the situations. Maybe my only complaint, if I had to have one, is that the end third act big fight happens very fast. We could have done a little bit more with it. We could have done some cool things, but it is a little rushed. Other than that, though, I would recommend you guys watch the Stepfather remake if you haven't seen it already. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!
These silent screams became a part of me. I'm moving past that. Please won't you free my soul? Can't hardly breathe in this society. I'm just a madman. Leave misery at home.